Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yep, what's good, original crew, man? We're back. Man, we're back on the channel, man, with another Just All Out. What you turn pounding for? Look at yourself.
I'm cold. I'm cold.
Look at yourself. All right, turn to the people. Oh man, big child. Back on the channel with another Just All Lounge, man. Today's video: hidden letter points detectives to her killer, the murder of Stephanie Pavlons. See, like you said it better now. What would you say?
The same thing.
No, you wouldn't. Hey, make sure y'all check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go if you want to first support. You gotta do it. Check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's video,
knock it in with a thumbs up.
You ready, see? Mm-hmm. All right, let's get it. Let's check this out. Let's see what it's about, y'all. Let's go.
In September 2022, the remains of 44-year-old Stephanie Pavlons were discovered by construction workers in a wooded area next to a large medical center in Waukesha, Wisconsin. Her remains had gone undetected for weeks. By the time the discovery was made, it was impossible to determine how Stephanie had died. Investigators could only speculate as to how she had even gotten there, hidden in plain sight. But they suspected foul play. Piece by piece, Stephanie's story was put together. The picture that emerged was one of secrets, deception, and murder. Hi there, I'm Kevin, and welcome to Just Thought Lounge. Today's case is a fascinating study in circumstantial evidence. It begins with a sad and tragic discovery. Then, investigators piece together this puzzle through security cameras, cell phone movements, diary entries, and a bit of common sense. Let's take a look.
So, case, cause that's one thing I do see that I'll be real iffy about. Is cases that have to be solved off of circumstantial evidence. Mm-hmm. Well, not like direct, hard. We know what happened. But this is what we believed happened. Yeah. And I'll be so iffy about those type of cases.
Makes you nervous.
Yeah, there's people going to see proper justice. Because we were just talking about a case recently that's coming up to go to trial. And it's going to be 100%, I feel like, based off of circumstantial evidence. Yeah. And you have no evidence of the crime. Or even if there is a crime. Mm. So how are you going to be able to convict that? I wish we was already live streaming on Twitch. So we can be able to follow that case on Twitch. Maybe we will be by that time, but it's a case I feel like a lot of people do need to know about. I'm not gonna. If you want to know about the case, you know what I'm saying. But we'll try. We'll see. We'll see what we can do.
On September 9th, 2022, 3 construction workers in Waukesha, Wisconsin were sectioning off an area within...
Waukesha or
Waukesha, Wisconsin.
No, is it Waukesha?
Kenosha?
No. Oh, it might be Waukesha. Oh, it's Kenosha.
I just said that.
No, I'm saying...
Kenosha.
But I'm saying I was trying to...
You was mixing the two up.
Yeah. So it's Waukesha.
Waukesha.
Wisconsin got some weird names for their cities, y'all. So I do apologize. But they got... what's the one with the drink?
With the drink?
Yeah, lacrosse.
Oh.
Yeah, they got a lot of... They just be... Yeah.
A vacant lot on Gulf Road. The terrain was slightly overgrown, leading to a small woodland situated between a large medical building and a golf course. As the workers approached the tree line with their no trespassing signs, they noticed a distinct and foul odor.
911, what's the address of the emergency? It's the Orthopedic Hospital of Wisconsin on Gulf Road.
Okay, is that the Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin?
Yep, it's behind it. It's in the vacant lot next to it.
And tell me exactly what happened?
We found a dead body in the woods when we were putting up stakes for no trespassing signs. We smelled something and then saw there's a dead guy back there. He's for a long time, so he ain't coming back from it. So
Okay.
In the tall grass near the trees were the remains of an adult woman, long since deceased. She was later identified as 44-year-old Stephanie Pavlons. The amount of time she had been in the woods was uncertain, though she had likely been there for at least a couple of weeks, based on the state of decomposition.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Will we in September? Oh, yeah.
It's warm too, because I was like, because they're walking to put up no trespassing sign.
Right.
If they wasn't doing that,
Oh. Okay.
so I would really.
I be thinking, no. I just be thinking about that sometime. Like, when people I be thankful that someone stumbled across. I hate the situation happened, but I be like, if it wasn't for y'all doing construction and doing all this stuff, who knows if she would have ever been found.
Just putting up no trespassing sign.
You know what I'm saying?
Who would ever, especially a big vacant lot like this? Most
Right.
people not even thinking put up a no trespassing on.
Right.
Because I guess they were about to do construction or something.
Or something of that nature. Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, she's been out there for a minute for them to just not be stumbling over her.
Stephanie had not been reported missing.
Oh, she hasn't?
So that's another thing.
The 44-year-old was unmarried. She was mother to a daughter, 19-year-old Layla, whose calls, messages, and voicemails to her mother had gone unanswered since the end of August. She was in semi-regular contact with her parents, her mother, Georgianne in particular, and had lived at their home in Delafield on and off over the previous 5 years. It was not until September 12th, 3 days following the discovery of her body, that Stephanie's parents were notified of her death. Georgianne had sent her daughter messages over the previous 2 weeks. It was odd that she had not replied, but not overly concerning, she said. Her daughter was a private person and in charge of her own life. There was no clear pathway to Stephanie's body in the woods, though there were indications of traffic around the general area, mostly cans of alcoholic drinks and other small pieces of trash. 2 key items were spotted within 15 feet of her, a vape and a scalpel. The vape was Stephanie's. She was trying to quit smoking. The scalpel did not show any signs of use. There were no other personal belongings on or near her person. Stephanie was wearing dark jeans, white tennis shoes, and a loose-fitting long black t-shirt. The medical examiner performing the autopsy was hindered by the state of the remains. The extent of decomposition meant that no cause or manner of death could be determined. A toxicology was performed, but it was also limited due to the muscle and tissue available for a sample. Results found that Stephanie had traces of some of her prescription medications in her system. Stephanie took medication for seizures. She also had prescriptions for oxycodone to address neck pain from a car accident. She also took Xanax for her anxiety. Whether Stephanie's death was natural, a result of a health condition, whether it was caused by her medications, or if she died as a result of foul play, was not a question that the autopsy could answer. When investigators notified Stephanie's parents of her passing on September 12th, they learned that she had not been living at their house consistently for several months. Stephanie had instead been staying with her on-again, off-again boyfriend, 55-year-old Matthew Paul. Matthew had a unit at the Willow Park Apartments on Delafield Street in Waukesha. He was the father of Stephanie's adult daughter, and the two had maintained some form of relationship over 20 years. Curiously, Matthew had also failed to report his girlfriend missing. Instead of speaking with Matthew immediately, detectives first went to building management at Willow Park and requested weeks' worth of the apartment's video surveillance. They were hoping to catch a glimpse of Stephanie and establish a timeline leading to the date of her death. Slowly healing from a broken foot, Matthew was captured hobbling in and out of the north exit of the building in late August. He routinely entered from the parking lot, pausing at the door to prop it open. Detectives quickly realized the reason he did this. Stephanie was often right behind him, and she clearly did not have a key. The two would regularly enter and exit the apartment separately.
Was that him coming in first?
Yeah, that's what yeah.
So
Of the building in late August. He routinely entered from the parking lot, pausing at the door to prop it open. Detectives quickly realized the reason he did this. Stephanie was often right behind him, and she clearly did not have a key.
when she goes one way, he goes unless he's going to like check the mailbox.
I think he was going to check the mailbox or something. Or...
Two would regularly enter and exit the apartment separately, though within only a few minutes of each other. It was against the terms of Matthew's lease to have another resident in his unit. The footage from the building made clear that Matthew was obviously skirting the rules. Stephanie had been living with him.
Like they don't know each other.
The last day that Stephanie...
What you said.
Because, cameras right here.
Because I wonder what kind... This look like possibly a assisted living home, because he does look like he... Or low income. Because, it might be because there really no photos. Mm-hmm. Sorry, y'all, I got the apartments pulled up. But, and with stuff like that, they don't allow certain... This is not your typical apartment complex.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm. It may be. They just probably like super strict on not having, if you're not on the lease.
They constantly marketing and advertising to elderly people though.
That is, yeah.
This ain't your typical apartment like.
I feel you though.
He was captured on the cameras at Willow Park was on August 23rd, 17 days before she was discovered in the woods. At 8:39 a.m., she exited the north side of the building, wearing the same jeans, shoes, and oversized t-shirt that she would later be found in. She also carried a black purse with a chain strap and a large pink water bottle. At 8:40, Matthew was captured exiting out the side of the building carrying a plastic bag. The items inside were not clearly visible. The dash camera footage on Matthew's truck captured only a few seconds that morning, showing him pull around the apartment building to collect Stephanie. The couple drove
they had a whole little thing.
Yeah.
They were really doing it, huh?
Yeah.
Never be seen together. She don't even go outside and get in his truck.
No, she wait for him and he come scoop her up from a different little area, I guess. I mean, the camera's still capturing everything, but still. I guess they're not making it so obvious.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he got a truck. He got a camera in his truck. Dash cam.
Oh, that is from his.
Yeah. So think about it.
True.
If you turn your dash cam off, why you turn your dash cam off?
True.
him pull around the apartment building to collect Stephanie. The couple drove to the Quick Trip on Grandview, where Stephanie popped inside to purchase them breakfast. Matthew waited in the truck for her return. Stephanie emerged from the truck briefly to dispose of their trash. It was the last time she would be captured on camera alive. The couple were finished eating and back on the road by roughly 9:10 a.m. Their destination was the Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, the OAW building, where Matthew had an appointment for his foot injury. By 9:34, Matthew was in the clinic waiting room. He snapped a photo of his view and sent it to a friend. He was seen by a doctor 4 minutes later. Stephanie did not enter the building. She was not at the appointment with Matthew. Presumably, she was awaiting his return in the truck. Cell phone data for both Matthew and Stephanie's devices placed them in the area of the OAW building beginning at 9:20 that morning. Connections to nearby cellular towers indicated that both phones remained in or around that area together. Matthew's appointment ended at 10:33. By 10:52, both phones traveled east towards the woodland. That left a roughly 20-minute period of time in which the couple was most likely together somewhere on the property before both phones were tracked on a return trip to the Willow Park apartments. When detectives checked the cameras later that day, they found footage of Matthew returning, but not Stephanie.
Is it hers?
17 days later, she was found dead in the woods east of the OAW.
Shut up.
Matthew was brought in to speak with detectives on September 17th. While he answered questions, a team of investigators were searching his truck and apartment. 5 days had passed since Georgianne and Rich Pavlons had been notified of their daughter's death. No one else had been told of her passing. No press release had been made identifying Stephanie as the body in the woods. The Pavlons had not shared the news with Matthew. They had never been close. At no point in the interview did the Waukesha detectives inform Matthew that the mother of his only child was dead.
We have some real basic questions, and you can answer whatever questions you choose to. If you don't want to answer a question, don't answer it.
Yeah, but I'm not.
Do you have any? Are you curious at all about why we want to talk to you?
Well, of course I am.
Right?
Something that happened yesterday. I mean, I went right over by it, but please, I mean, nobody.
We're not here about anything yesterday, okay? Let's talk about Stephanie. What is she to you?
Oh my God. Stephanie is the mother of my daughter. And you guys already know that.
Yeah. Did you guys have a current relationship?
We've always had some type of relationship with helping each other.
Yeah.
When Matthew was prompted to speak about Stephanie, he explained that she had recently been helping him out since his foot and ankle injury had hindered his mobility. But he also said that he had been helping her out. She was always chasing the demons in her head, he said, adding that the side effects of some of her medications were a potentially toxic combination.
Do you know where she is? Do you know when's the last time you saw her?
No.
You don't know where she is? Do you remember the last time you saw her?
No, weeks ago.
Weeks ago?
And I'm sick to my stomach.
Why is that?
Because I have a bad feeling.
Walk me through the last, when you said you saw her a few weeks ago, where were you guys?
I can't recall the exact time that I saw her. She, do you want to go to that, or do you want to stick on the antidepressants? And the few times I had to go to the hospital with her because she was in such poor condition.
We'll come back to that.
According to Matthew, Stephanie had overdosed on her prescriptions in the past. She had also been depressed. Still unable to recall the last time he saw her, Matthew was able to tell detectives of instances when Stephanie would abruptly leave for extended periods of time without telling him. Detectives were eventually able to steer the conversation to the last time Stephanie was seen alive, the morning of August 23rd, when she traveled to the OAW building with Matthew.
You went with her to an appointment at orthopedic.
You guys know something you're not telling me.
No, we're trying to figure out where she is or who last saw her. So I guess you just told me you said you guys went to orthopedics together.
Yeah. Oh, I've been going to orthopedics since.
Right. This is the day after
May.
Right. This is the day after though. You guys went mattress
shopping. I can't recall the exact dates, but she went there with me a few times.
Okay. This would be the last time that you would have seen her though in the last few weeks. You said this one would be kind of. I would. You know, if you're thinking back You haven't seen her since this day. And you said you guys went out there.
I believe so.
You went into your appointment, so this is the last time you would have seen her, it sounds like, okay? Did she come in the building with you, do you remember?
No.
She stayed in the truck?
Yeah, she stayed in the truck.
You finished your appointment?
Yeah.
Come out your truck? 10 and 1.
She's gone.
She's not in the truck anymore?
She's gone, yeah.
Did she have the keys or no? Do you remember?
Oh, no, I had keys.
Matthew said that when he returned to the truck and Stephanie was missing, he drove around the area looking for her. He could not call her, he said, because he knew that she had left her cell phone at the apartment. As Matthew continued to speak with detectives, officers were busy searching his apartment. There were 2 items they found inside which raised red flags. The first was the large pink water bottle that Stephanie had carried with her on the morning of August 23rd, the last time she was seen exiting the building. It now sat on the floor of Matthew's apartment. The second was her black purse, carried by Stephanie coming and going in the days leading up to her disappearance, including the last day she was seen alive. The purse was tucked into the dresser in the bedroom. Matthew said he began to grow concerned about Stephanie when he found her purse in the back of his truck. He discovered it, he said, over a week after he had last seen her when he cleaned out his truck at the car wash.
When I really got worried and didn't understand what was going on is she put her purse in the back of my truck, in the back seat. I didn't notice that the purse was in the back seat until I went to the car wash about a week ago. Yeah. And I took out my car mats and I started cleaning everything, and lo and behold, I see her purse, and then that's when I was like thinking, well, this is strange.
Footage from inside that car wash on September 6th does show Matthew Paul cleaning out his truck. What it does not show is him pulling out a purse, cleaning car mats, or making any kind of unsettling or concerning discovery. Of course, Waukesha detectives already knew this, because they knew that Matthew did not find the purse a week later, but rather carried it into his apartment on the afternoon of August 23rd, only hours after leaving the OAW building. At roughly 10 minutes after 11, Matthew entered from the north door carrying the pink water bottle under one arm. Notably, for the first time in days, he did not pause to prop the door open for Stephanie. He simply walked in, letting the door close and lock behind him. It was as though he knew that this time she would not be returning. That same afternoon, about an hour later, he was back on camera walking out of the building. When he returned moments later, he carried a plastic bag. In it, detectives believed, was Stephanie's black purse.
Okay, this is where we need to figure out something, because it doesn't make any sense, all right? That's you coming back the same day at 11:14, okay? Hold on, listen, Matt. You're holding her water bottle, and Matt, this is the same day. And at 12:29, so less than an hour later, you walk in, and that's her purse in the bag. Okay? So this whole story, Matt.
That's her purse in the bag.
Yes, Matt. So the whole story about finding the purse in the truck later makes it wouldn't have happened. Because
No.
Matt, that's her purse in a plastic bag, okay, that you carried inside after you carried her water bottle in. That she walked, Matt, look. You see? That's her water bottle, and that's her purse, okay? You walk in with her water bottle. You go upstairs.
What time is this?
Oh, when you got home, Matt.
Yeah, that's when I came back from my appointment.
Right.
Matthew claimed that 2 of Stephanie's purses had been left in his truck, the black one with the chain strap, but also a gray one. He wasn't lying. He was simply telling them about another bag that he found while at the car wash. There was also a contradiction amongst the statements he made about Stephanie's phone. He said that she had left it at home that day. He also told them that he later found it at the apartment, and that had concerned him.
Not too long ago, I asked you what property she left in the truck, and you said nothing. She didn't leave anything. You said she left her phone at home, okay? You said she left nothing in there. You went looking around, nothing, okay? And then a week later, or 2 weeks later, you found her purse.
I honestly don't recall everything. I don't know. The phone might have been in the car.
You told her when you went to your appointment that I'll text you, and she said, no, I left my phone in the house. That's what you told us a little while ago.
If you're going to charge me. I didn't do anything. I can't
You're
be
the only one who can give us info about her.
I can't be
so
honest.
we can get answers to her
I
family.
can't be honest anymore.
What do you mean you can't be honest? You've been honest?
I can't be
You
honest
haven't been honest
because
with us, man.
you keep everything that I
We're not
say.
twisting anything you say.
Keep twisting
All
it.
we're doing is pointing out the inconsistencies in what you're
Because
saying.
I can't remember everything.
The purse, or multiple purses, and Stephanie's cell phone were not the only items that Matthew claimed to have later discovered in Stephanie's absence. During that same car cleaning, Matthew claimed to have found a note written by Stephanie on yellow paper. He said it was underneath a floor mat. That note may explain why Stephanie was no longer around, however that came about, because in it, she vents her anger. It read in part, "I hate you. I hate being blamed for shit I didn't do. I'm done being used, abused, and taken for granted. All you care about is yourself and what you can use people for. My parents are the same way. I'm not allowed to speak my mind around you, drive, spend money, or even feel good." The note may have supported Matthew's assertion that Stephanie was miserable in her life and perhaps chosen to leave on her own accord on the 23rd. It also offered a glimpse into the controlling and abusive nature of their relationship. At the Pavlons' home on Delafield, where Stephanie sometimes lived, officers discovered a collection of journals. There were entries beginning in the summer of 2020 and spanning through the spring of 2021 that investigators found to be of particular interest. Stephanie wrote of arguments with Matthew when he would lose his temper. She wrote of his control over her prescriptions, how he would take the medication for himself, and how he often grew angry if she took the medicine. She referred to his eyes as full of hate. Later that year, he was Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. There were days, even weeks at a time, when she appeared to be fine, happy even, though these periods never lasted, inevitably interrupted with another entry about Matthew's behavior. Much of her language during these low times was self-depreciating. Stephanie said that she felt that she had no one and that her partner treated her like a doormat. That Matthew Paul was a horrible boyfriend to Stephanie was never in doubt. This fact did not contradict Matthew's claims that he was innocent of her murder. Arguably, it supported them. He asserted that Stephanie could have chosen to leave him because she was unhappy, then later encountered foul play or experienced a health emergency in the woods. He also suggested that she was so miserable with him and her life that she could have chosen her own fate in the woods that day. Detectives soon discovered that Matthew was also carrying on relationships with 2 other women. There was evidence that Stephanie was aware of at least one of these connections. Both women were based in the Philippines. Matthew's correspondence with them took place mostly on Skype. But
Boy, what the fuck? Don't tell me you did this to them.
Matthew's correspondence with them took place mostly on Skype. But he was looking to take the next steps. Matthew had been planning a trip to be with one or both of these women before he injured his foot. Apparently, Stephanie was meant to join him. In the wake of her death, investigators believed that what Matthew really wanted was to have Stephanie nurse him back to health before he started his new life in the Philippines without her.
Wow.
Matthew Paul was arrested and charged with the murder of Stephanie Pavlons. He pleaded not guilty and stood trial in late October 2025. The state's case was largely circumstantial. The physical evidence was not only sparse, prosecutors could not even state with certainty how Stephanie died. Her manner of death remained unknown. And the theory of how Matthew committed the murder at the OAW building that day was murky. Was she killed in the truck and moved? Had the two walked out to the woods together? A cadaver dog, instructed to sniff a series of vehicles, had indicated at the trailer of Matthew's truck. In what scenario would Matthew have placed Stephanie in the back of his truck? Much of the state's case rested on how Matthew had behaved before and after Stephanie went missing. He was a controlling partner. His relationships with two women in the Philippines gave him motive. It was undeniable that the couple traveled together to the location where Stephanie would later be found dead. It was the same location where Matthew had last seen her alive, a fact he tried desperately to hide from detectives. Prosecuting attorney Sue Opper opened for the state.
You think he walked over there in the woods with her? Because she had her vape, too. You think he went, like, did something to her? Like, 9 times out of 10, he did something to her in the woods. That's where, because that only makes sense. And I'm wondering, have y'all been in those woods before?
I don't have to go in the woods to smoke a vape. Like, why would
I'm
we in
saying
the woods?
I'm saying like hanging. I'm not saying they went to the
hanging
woods.
out?
Yeah, I'm saying they probably walked into the woods. Just, hey, let's go over here. Because also he would have had to kill her in broad daylight. So I'm saying he lured her to the woods to kill her. Because the area is next to the orthopedic spot that he goes to. That's where he goes for his foot.
Yeah.
It was 10 something in the morning after his appointment. 20 minutes later, he leaves at 10:50 something. You're not gonna kill her in broad daylight and drag her body over there.
I mean, I do wonder, like, what the conversation was to, like, hey, let's go over here. Like, I
maybe
do
they
wonder
just
what
went walking. Say, hey, let's just walk.
Yeah.
But why? I wonder why they. Well, maybe due to decomposition. Reason why they couldn't determine.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't determine.
Yeah.
And from her bones and tissues, like, it's too deteriorated, so they couldn't determine, like, her cause of death.
Only thing I'm thinking about is asphyxiation. What you thinking? Possible?
It could be that, or, I mean, because at first I was like, you didn't force her to take nothing, did you? And, like, probably, like,
deal with her medicine and stuff.
Possible overdose or something off some medication, but then I was like, no.
I feel like they would have been able to find that in her body.
Yeah, so maybe
maybe
strangulation or something.
Or like for a long period of time.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of being for them not to be able to determine cause of death.
Yeah.
Because she was frail. Not like super frail, but a body size way smaller than he was. The only advantage she would have had over him was to be able to run.
Yeah.
And she wasn't SA because her clothes was, from what we understand and know, but.
During these two gaps, the 16-minute gap before the appointment and the 20-minute gap after the appointment, we have no idea where Mr. Paul is or what he's doing. There's no activity on his phone. He's not moving anywhere. There's nothing that we could find that tells us what he's up to during these gaps of time.
The defense raised doubts that the state's theory was plausible. How could Matthew have committed murder in broad daylight in a busy area in view of a large and well-populated medical building and a golf course, without anyone seeing anything suspicious? How could he have transported Stephanie and concealed her in the woods, walking through the uneven and overgrown terrain with his injured foot?
Keep in mind, her body was found in a wooded area that is bound by a heavily traveled frontage road and interstate, a very busy health center, a golf course, and homes. Ask, if Matt carried Stephanie into that wooded area, when would he have done that? Keep in mind, the government has hundreds of hours of camera footage and cell phone mapping. Keep in mind, Matt was still dealing with a broken foot. finally ask, what proof does the government have that Stephanie was even killed by another person? It could have been suicide. It could have been medical issues. It could have been anything.
Matthew Paul's cell phone data was incriminating. Beginning in late August through early September, he routinely searched Stephanie's name for any news results. He specifically queried her name for obituaries and alongside the names of funeral homes. All of these searches took place before she was found dead. He also began speaking with his father more regularly than he traditionally had. Search history on his father's devices returned similar searches, these likely made by Matthew while visiting his father's home. To one of his girlfriends in the Philippines, Matthew messaged, "I'm really worried about something, but I can't tell you through text. Can't tell about certain things. I did call my dad, and he is pretty worried too. Something happened, hun. I can't explain in text." After this last message, Matthew spoke with his girlfriend via Skype for 2 hours.
Was he ever looking at these people or just talking to them?
I'm not telling.
Because why are we still using Skype in what year?
2022.
Why are we still using Skype? When there's so many other.
Maybe it's the easiest form to use, I guess. I don't know.
Is Skype still around?
I mean, I don't know. It was just 4 years ago. So.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, when did it end? Right here. Let me see that.
No, Skype has a standalone.
Shut down in 2025. Okay, well, it just shut down.
That's why I keep pointing.
So yes, it was around when he.
But I'm saying.
Oh, you were saying.
But what I'm saying is in 2022, a lot of people start using other things. I'm like, I believe he was getting catfished.
He's 55.
What I'm saying, I believe he was getting
probably
catfished.
So. Not so much team. Yeah, but that's besides the point, honestly.
But what I'm saying is, you did all that. You did her like that
for this false
sense of what? Because
wishful thinking of being with somebody that you probably don't even know, may not even be who you think it is. And I'm saying, if you are, he probably wasn't seeing them. He probably just having a conversation, talking to him.
No. Oh yeah. No, I was just saying, man. And I wonder, did you kill her thinking, okay, this gives me the freedom to be able to go now?
Yeah, but you could have just went.
You
could have just went. Like, bro, you didn't have to take her life to go be with someone that's probably not even who they say they are. Like, so slow.
Bro, you know how often this happens, though?
Also found at his father's home was footage from the dash camera on Matthew's truck. Though additional recordings from the morning of August 23rd were never located, detectives did uncover a drive to the OAW building that Matthew made on the 9th, the day that Stephanie was found. On that day, Matthew drove to an appointment at the building, only to find the parking lot and surrounding area scattered with law enforcement vehicles and crime scene units. Curiously, instead of making the turn into the building to attend his scheduled appointment, Matthew drove straight past the parking lot. He took an extended drive to a subdivision for...
Oh, this is what day they found her?
On the 9th.
And police, Yeah. Because you know, bro. You know.
Because if I don't know, like, what's going on, I've done nothing. I'm going to my appointment. I'm going to be a little nosy. Like, what's going on?
And you going to even be more nosy.
You know, I'm like, what? You know? But obviously, that's guilt. In my eyes, you know fear. Something. Guilt.
You drove straight past the parking lot. He took an extended drive to a subdivision further down Gulf Road before slowly pulling around, eventually making it back to the OAW. The most obvious explanation for his detour, the state argued, was that Matthew spotted law enforcement at the building and panicked.
Yep.
Because unlike every other person with an appointment that day, Matthew knew exactly why the police were there and exactly who and what they had discovered next to the golf course.
don't think he expected for them to
Find her that
find
fast.
her.
Because nobody reported her missing.
Matthew declined to testify. He used his only opportunity to speak in court to take a dig at Prosecutor Opper.
Have you discussed your decision whether or not to testify with your attorneys?
Yes.
Have you made a decision?
Yes.
What is your decision, sir?
Well, I think Opper's too good at fabrication, so I don't think it would be a good idea for me to testify.
Okay.
The key witness for the defense was a toxicologist who reviewed the autopsy report prepared by the medical examiner. Dr. Stacy Hale outlined the use and potential side effects of each of Stephanie's prescriptions. She suggested that there were other factors that could have led to her death, causes that were accidental or natural, and everything in between.
In this case, a seizure a possibility.
Yes.
There is a reports in her medical records about depression.
Yes.
In this case, was an overdose a possibility.
Yes.
Do you believe a natural cause of death is a possibility?
Yes.
Oh, without them having no truth.
In June of 2022, Stephanie wrote a desperate post on her Facebook page about feeling alone and unwanted. As a result of her message, she was able to reconnect with an old friend named Andy, who had also been going through a rough time in his life. Their correspondence in the following weeks was supportive, optimistic, and heartfelt. Contrary to the defense team's assertion that Stephanie was miserable, these messages showed a woman seeking happiness, friendship, and a fresh start. Prosecutors showed the jury one of her last messages to her friend on Facebook, a photo taken in her parents' garage. In it, Stephanie was smirking at her friend. They were discussing plans to meet and have dinner. This was the face of a woman who was ready to move on, to seek better things in her life. The state argued the yellow note left in the truck was Stephanie's way of telling Matthew that she was leaving him. She left the truck that day on her own accord to escape him, but he had followed her. They speculated that the cadaver dog later caught her scent in the trailer of the truck because that is where Matthew had subsequently tossed the murder weapon, Stephanie's black purse.
She says, I hate you. I hate being with you. All you care about is yourself. I'm not allowed to speak my mind around you, drive, spend money, or even feel good. Karma came back to you because your foot injury, not me. Go be with your virgin because I'm done, and keep the fucking money. She can't just sit there any longer. So she decides to walk towards that wooded area. She's probably thinking, hey, maybe I can go into the woods for some cover. Maybe I can walk over to a subdivision, call my mom. Maybe I can get to the golf course, call my mom. I just got to get out of sight. He can't see me leaving. And he goes after her. He gets out of the truck. He comes after her. He grabs her by the back of the shirt. That shirt's too big. He's pulling the shirt up at her neck. And there's a struggle just outside the area of the woods. Maybe Miss Pavlons is vaping. During that struggle, she drops her vape. Mr. Paul continues to grab at her shirt. He's not letting her go. And then what happens? Mr. Paul grabs her purse. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the murder weapon. He wraps this around her neck. He strangles her for just a minute or two. That's all it takes. She goes unconscious, and she's dead. He uses the strap of her own purse to kill her.
The jury reached a verdict on all counts in just over an hour.
The verdict read as follows. We, the jury, find the defendant, Matthew E. Paul, guilty of first-degree intentional homicide as charged in count 1 of the information. The second verdict reads, we, the jury, find the defendant, Matthew E. Paul, guilty of hiding a corpse as charged in count 2 of the information. And each is dated today's date.
On November 11th, 2025, Matthew Paul was sentenced to life without the possibility of parole. And that was the tragic case of Stephanie Pavlons.
So tragic, bro.
That was tragic.
And now it does hit different when it's found out that she reconnected back with reconnected back with someone that she has already had
a happy place, a new start, fresh start, trying to get out of this slump.
But she reconnected back with an old friend, and we don't even know if he knows about the guy. Probably do, probably didn't like, but he wanted
control.
He wanted everything because he I got my women over here, I got her.
He want to do everything he want to do. She doesn't want to do. She can't even take her own medication without you getting mad.
My bad.
You're good. Take her own medication without you getting mad and want to control because you want it all for yourself. You want everything for yourself. You can do whatever you want, but you don't want her to be happy. And that's effed up. But definitely rest in peace to
and
Stephanie.
Then how you explain that shit to your fucking daughter, bro?
Facts.
How the fuck do you really explain that to your daughter? Now your daughter don't have either one of her parents.
No.
All because of selfishness.
Yeah.
You literally took her mom and threw your life away as her father. Man, bro.
What did you gain? Nothing.
But lost everything.
Yep.
And you probably was getting scammed, dumbass. Yo, y'all spam us up, man. Let us know y'all thoughts in the comments down below for us. But until next time, y'all know how it go, man. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is
Sierra Nicole.
We are.
Kid and C.
We are.
Ain't no time to kick it, gotta stack a flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar.